Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing variables in Python. So let's get started by creating variables. So first we're going to make x 5, like an integer, and then y a string with just words, so like big. And then let's display both of them, print x, print y. And then let's save it under variables.py all files if you haven't done that already. And then let's navigate to this and then put the file and then copy and paste it on your files if you haven't already, and then press enter. And then both of them are displayed. The x and y are both displayed because that's what we wanted it to do. But let's say, for example, we took this away and made that an x. If you haven't already guessed what happened, it's going to pull up the big and not the 5, because the big was the most recent change we did, and it takes the most recent change we did. Since we changed it, it's going to take the most recent one. So that's it with creating variables, so let's move on to assigning variables. So now we are going to assign the variables, which is pretty simple and straightforward. So what we're going to do is x, comma, y, comma, z, which equals big So let's say that x, y, and z are all three completely different things, and we want to display all of them. So let's save it, Control S, and then get to our navigation. And as you see, it puts in all of them because we wanted all x, y, and z to be displayed. But let's say we wanted x, y, and z to all equal the same thing. So let's say x equals y equals z, which equals big. So let's make sure we do that. So let's print the x, print the y, and print the z. Okay, that's where my issue was, because I was kind of confused why that happened. So now that it should work, I believe. And it will print 3 of the same thing. So now we are going to do output variables. This is kind of a little bit in the medium stage. So let's get right into it. So let's say x is fun. And then let's put print Python is, and then add x. So what will pretty much happen is that it will add this and it will make Python is fun. So it's kind of like math with letters. Python can also be your calculator, I'd say. So let's say we make x is 5, and then y is 6. And let's say print is x plus y. Save that. Right into it. It's 11. So it's basically like a calculator too. And then let's say, for example, we wanted z to become x plus y. And then we want to print z. So what's supposed to happen is that the same things do, because whenever we do print x plus y, it's the same thing as print z, so it's going to do 11. But let's say that we wanted to do x is, let's say, 7, and then y is big. And then we wanted to do print x plus y. So what's going to happen, it's going to give you an error because you can't do 7 plus big. It's just impossible. And you can't combine an integer and a string together. Next, we are going to learn about global and local variables. So let's say we'll do x is fun. And then we want to put define my function. And then do that. So then let's say x is so simply what we're trying to do is to do what we did previously. So and then let's say my function, and then let's save it. So simply what we're trying to do is put a global variable, which is outside the function, to work, and that's how it works. So now let's say we put this in here, and we get rid of this, and we want it to print it outside the function. Let's save it, go up, and it will still do it because this is outside. So now we did that. So now we want to say x is fun, and then y is cool. And then let's make that y and see what happens. So once again, since y is not defined and it won't be able to work outside the function because it's a local. Global can work outside and inside, but local can only work inside the function. So now we are going to use the global keyword to make sure that this will become global. So let's say global y, and then let's say y equals cool. So now let's save that and see what happens. Let's wait, and now it says Python is cool. And then let's just try out of curiosity, print Python is x, and then let's try that. Now it will do Python is fun and Python is cool. This was just a little bit extra at first when we tried to do the global, but then when we get rid of the global, here's what's going to happen. It will say Python is fun, but then since y isn't defined and we're doing it outside since it's a local function, it won't work. So that is pretty much how global and local variables work. So I hope you liked this video, and comment if you learned something fun from it.